Do you think this guy was ready to become famous when he posted this video? And I'm not talking about the good type of fame where you're proud of it, but the type of fame that ends up getting you dragged across the internet and roasted for the next couple of days because they still haven't learned their lesson.
This may be a little bit radical to say, but I think that it needs to be said. At this point, I am welcoming a foreign country or a foreign leader to do a decapitation strike on America. I wouldn't mind a bit if Russia or China or one of the big dogs in the world came and bombed the hell out of Washington, D.C. and the White House while Donald Trump was in it.
Pardon me while I put my glasses back on so I can get ready to show you something. My man, I'm not going to be that guy that tags the FBI and says they hope that the Secret Service will show up at your door, because everybody knows you don't have the courage to do any of the things that you're asking other people to do. You're just another one of those beta leftists who want somebody else to do the dirty work for you. But you're making one very important mistake in your request. Those big guys, yeah, Donald Trump has every single one of them by the short and curly. China is now his. So my man, I don't know if you saw this or not, but this was just the other day. Yeah, you see, China was preparing to send a whole bunch of air defense systems to Iran. I don't know why, because we already watched them fail spectacularly, but nonetheless, they were going to do it. And instead, they have agreed no longer to supply Iran with any weapons at all. And do you want to know why? This is why. So an account over on X kind of summarized perfectly how Donald Trump was able to grab all the big guys that you hope will do a decapitation operation on the White House, how he grabbed them all by the short and curlies. And now China and all the rest of them are kind of his bitch. Yeah, did you see that? Did you notice the strategy Donald Trump and his administration have been deploying over the last couple of months? Panama Canal, Venezuela, Straits of Hormuz, Iran, Straits of Malacca? What's that? Indonesia, South China Sea, Straits of Taiwan. It's almost like there's a plan. Did you know that China doesn't do a very good job creating enough energy to, power their economy? So instead, they have to bring it from other places. And generally, this is the path that China has to take in order to get energy from their biggest oil-producing exporter, which has been Iran in the Middle East. It goes through here, around India, up here, through Malaysia and Singapore. Wait, what's that? Allow me to zoom in for you. That little narrow corridor of water that China has to take their oil through in order to get it to there, where China is, has to go through something called the Strait of Malacca. And I suppose because all of you guys were too busy chasing Donald Trump around the internet, complaining about him depicted as a pope laying hands on the sick, you might have missed the Secretary of War announcing an agreement with Indonesia. Yeah, under the framework of the agreement, both countries will work on exploring cutting-edge initiatives, including co-developing sophisticated asymmetric capabilities, pioneering next-generation defense technologies in the maritime, subsurface, and autonomous system domains, and etc., etc. Maritime? You mean like right there? Cooperation, developing maritime defense in Indonesia, which just so happens to be, right there, the Straits of Malacca. And Russia? Well, Russia is quite pleased with Donald Trump right now because Europe is now Russia's bitch.